Hello, this is Adrienne Green, and I am here with Amy Dagliano. She is the co-founder and what was it, Inspiration Innovator?
Cultivator.
And an Inspiration
Inspiration Cultivator.
Cultivator
Yeah.
with Rowan Tree, which is a really cool co-working space. And so she's here to share with us how Rowan Tree has pivoted during 2020 and what they're up to now. So Rowan Tree was a co-working space, Amy, but can you share your new focus in the current environment where people are, somewhat limiting their use of public or shared spaces?
Sure. Yeah. So as you said, we call ourselves a co-working and a co-growth space. And so it was mainly formed or initially formed as a productive workspace for women entrepreneurs. And all are welcome, but about 95% women entrepreneurs. But there was also really a focus on community and taking care of oneself. So really focusing on whether it's wellness or creativity or personal growth or business growth. So we were a 100% in-person community and obviously pivoted during COVID to a 100% virtual community overnight. So it was very interesting transition, as I'm sure a lot of people also had to transition their business and things in their lives. But truly it was the community that kind of held things together during that transition. I think the people that were members of our community really appreciated the support and the consistency of what Rowan Tree was offering them on a regular basis when everything else around us was a little bit unstable and uncertain. But what we found was we really enjoyed having that virtual element. And so now we've actually transitioned to a hybrid model. So we are open, our co-working space right now in the month of September will be open Monday, Wednesday, Friday. For people who do want to get out of their house and just have a peaceful place to get some work done. And there's a lot of safety precautions and measures set up there. But we've maintained all of our workshops and things like that are still in a virtual environment. And we've actually added even more and have even started doing some outside events, whether it's just going for a walk or we had an ice cream social the other day, just things that we can connect with people on different levels based on where their needs are and where they feel safest.
That's amazing that you guys have been able to meet people with their new needs here in quite an innovative way. So can you kind of share with us what your typical Rowan Tree member is? I know you said you've mostly women, mostly entrepreneurs. Can you flesh that out a little bit for us?
Yeah. Yes, it's about 95% women entrepreneurs, which is really cool. We thought originally when we started the business that it would be about a 50-50 split between remote workers and entrepreneurs or freelancers. We did always know that women were going to be the main focus. We've said since the beginning that we are built to support the needs of women, but we are open to all. And we do have some great other members in our space. We have some bro-ins, that's what we call them, the guys that hang out near us. But most of our entrepreneurs, I would say, are a little bit greener in their business in terms of maybe 2 to 5 years that they've been in business. But we do also have some that, own companies that have been around for 15 years and have a whole team that work, remotely across the country. So it varies, and the industry varies too, which I think is really cool and makes for a really diverse community because we have a massage therapist talking to a marketing expert and a government consultant talking to a yoga instructor. So it's a nice, as I said, diverse community.
Right, that's awesome because so often I know as a realtor, I mostly interact with people who are real estate related, other realtors or lenders or title companies or things like that. And so we all kind of have the same view on things, and it can be nice, especially, those of us who work with clients as well, to touch base with, those who have an outside perspective, outside the industry, that are more representative of what our clients would be like as well.
Absolutely.
Now, I know that Rowan Tree does so much, like you said, from walks and yoga to other kinds of workshops to this co-working space where you're having open. What is one of your favorite aspects that you most enjoy of Rowan Tree's offerings?
I would have to say, well, two things have really come to the surface. The community itself, I didn't expect. I remember when we formed the business, and it's been about almost 2 years at this point. we said, how are we going to bring in the right people? How will we attract the right people? How will we know, or, how are these open, kind, thoughtful people going to come in who just aren't focused on their business, but are also focused on themselves as a whole person? And I guess what we put out is what came back into us, and just amazing, amazing people have joined us. And I'm constantly in awe of who these people are. They're just good humans. And so we've put out from the beginning a model of collaboration over competition. Is that we're all there to support and help one another. As you do an amazing job in supporting so many around you, and watching those connections and those collaborations happen, without me even doing anything to promote it, is really cool. And just seeing how these businesses are supporting one another and building upon each other and helping each other personally too. It's not all about business. But the second point I was just going to make was, selfishly, I've realized anything that I kind of want to do, if I'm like, oh, I'm kind of curious about this subject matter, well, I'll just host a workshop on it. So it's been a fun new kind of personal, like, oh, I realized I can do this, or I can do this, and having the tools and the resources and the people to kind of have it all come together and make it happen. So it's my own personal growth space as well.
So that's interesting that, your favorite aspect of Rowan Tree isn't something necessarily that you built into it. It isn't a certain class or anything like that. It's the community that's formed there. And then, second is the opportunity again to use that community for your own personal growth. It's not just like, oh, I like the yoga class, or, this opportunity or something like that. Now, thinking of your members, what do the feedback you've gotten from them, what are some of their favorite aspects or offerings that Rowan Tree has?
I do think our sage session is something that people really, really love. And what that is if you've heard of 1 Million Cups or something like that, where a business owner comes with a question or a challenge, and then the group helps brainstorm solutions. So we do a spin on that, and we call them sage sessions. And we give each person about 10 minutes. They state kind of a question or challenge that they're dealing with. And then we all just kind of throw out different ideas that they may not have heard of, or resources that could be a good connection for them. So we used to do it once a month, and we now do it twice a month. With COVID, we started doing an extra session because we figured people have some additional needs at this time. And it's been great. People just get so much out of it, and it's just a nice little snapshot for people, and you can just come with a new challenge each time. And so it's been a great resource for people, and one that we're definitely going to continue.
It sounds like it'd be really useful. So can you tell us a little bit, let's say people are thinking of joining, what are the membership options for those who would be interested?
Great question. Well, we actually just recently revamped our membership options. We realized, obviously, people's needs have changed right now, and so we actually changed it to be more of, if you're interested in community and the virtual aspect, there are some membership options there. If you're just interested in getting out of your house and having a safe workplace, we have some options there. And if you're interested in a hybrid, so you're interested in having that community and the connections, but you also occasionally need a workspace, we do have a hybrid option. And so we actually are on our website, workrowan.com, we have all of our membership listings, but one that we kind of are excited about is just, we have a new $39 mini membership. And that's just a little, like, it's almost a no-brainer in that if people are just looking for that little bit of connection and a little bit of growth, just an occasional workshop here and there, that they can be a part of the community without needing to commit to a full-term membership or lease or something like that. And so it gives, as I said, gives people a lot of options and flexibility for this time based on what their needs are, what their safety levels are, what their budget is. And so hopefully some good options for people.
That's great how there's a lot of variety, so you can meet people where they are, no matter what they need. And I would point out as well, I know Amy mentioned the website workrowan.com. We're going to have the links to the Rowan Tree website below in the description. So if you'd like to learn more or interested in joining this community yourself, you can click on the link down there and get all of the details. Thank you so much for your time today, Amy.
Thank you so much too.
All right, guys. Well, I hope you have a great day and check out Rowan Tree's website to learn more.